This chapter has three major events that reflects justice, legacy, and leadership as Israel prepares to enter the promised land. The first part of this is the daughters of Zelophehad ask for inheritance, verses 1 to 11, okay? Who were they? Five sisters. Mala, Noah, Hogla, Micah, and Tirzah. Their father, Zelophehad, had died in the wilderness with no sons, okay? According to the new law, land inheritance passed only through sons, okay? What they asked, they said, why should our father's name disappear just because he had no sons? They asked for their father's a portion of the land to keep his name among the tribes, okay? God agrees. God tells Moses, the daughters of Zelophehad are right. He changed the law to allow daughters to inherit if there are no sons, okay? A broader rule is established for inheritance order, okay? Lessons from this. God is just as listens when people speak up righteously. Women play an important part in preserving family legacy. God's laws adapt to preserve fairness and family honor. The second part is God tells Moses his name is almost up. Verses 12 to 14. Okay. Yeah, in my opinion, this is a little bit disappointed, but I cannot go against the Lord's um, will, right? So let's check this one out. Okay, so God tells Moses to go up Mount Abiram, and look at the land, but he will not enter it. Why? Because you rebel against my command at the waters of Meribah. You can check that one out in Numbers 20, okay? This moment is bittersweet. Moses sees the promise but doesn't reach it, okay? Lessons from this. Even great leaders face the consequences of disobedience, okay? So better the role that you have, more responsibility you have. That's why this happened, okay? Second lesson, God is holy, but still allows Moses a glimpse of his fulfilled promise, okay? Third part of this is Joshua chosen to succeed Moses, verses 15 to 23. Moses asked God to appoint a new leader so the people won't be like sheep without a shepherd. God tells him to commission Joshua, a man in whom is the Spirit. Moses lays hands on Joshua publicly before the high priest Eleazar and whole congregation, okay? Joshua will lead Israel into the promised land, guided by God and confirmed by the priest's decision through the Urim, okay? Lessons. Great leaders care about the people after them. Leadership transition should be public, spirit-led, and affirmed by God. Josh becomes a symbol of faithful leadership and courage. Themes and lessons from Numbers 27. God is just a listens to righteous to right sorry. The first lesson is God is just and listens to righteous appeals. The daughters of Zelophehad show that bold, respectful requests can lead to lasting change. Okay, second lesson. Faithful leaders plan for what's next. Moses didn't focus on himself. He asked God to raise up someone to care for the people. Okay, third lesson. God raises up spirit-filled leaders. Joshua had served Moses faithfully and was now ready to lead. Leadership should be spirit empowered, not based on ambition, right? Fourth lesson, obedience has long-term impact. Moses' earlier mistake at Meribah still mattered, but God's mercy still allowed him to see the land. Okay, conclusion. Numbers 27 combines personal justice, leadership, legacy, and importance of spiritual succession. Succession. It reminds us that God let me say that again. It reminds us that God values fairness, raises up faithful leaders, and is deeply involved in both individual lives and national direction. The stage is now fully set for Joshua to lead Israel forward, okay? Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, and obviously to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell.